All right, guys, what's up? Shawn Ryan, Vigilance Elite, with my buddy
Don Bradley, Cerakote Nation.
And so we got a lot of inquiries from the channel asking about the Sig 320 versus Glock 19. So we ran them. The internals of these are all stock. All right, stock triggers, stock sights. The only thing we did is Don put a Cerakote job on these and stippled them. So other than that, all the guts are and sights and barrels and everything is stock. So, I mean, what do you think?
Obviously, it's not straight out of the box because of the Cerakote, and Cerakote, requires you to take it apart, put it together. But as far as the way the gun runs, it runs great. I mean, it's a good Sig.
Yeah. I mean, what do you like about it?
As far as the way it fits in your hand, it really fits nice. Basically pulled that thing from the holster and took slow aimed shots and then kind of increased in speed, and it never felt like it was moving around. No jumping, anything like that. Felt very comfortable, very natural. The trigger reset was like nice. I don't really know how to describe it, but I'm so used to a Glock. When I felt the Sig, I was like, that's really better, nice. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah,
it was good.
I think it feels good in the hand. I didn't, nothing's been shaven off this or anything. All we did was stipple it for a grip, but it's a good gun. I used to shoot Sig in the SEAL teams, and I loved it because that's all I shot.
Yeah.
And then I went CIA and everything. We went to Glock. So, but what I don't like is actually, I don't know actually if this is considered stock. These things had a recall, and because of the drop test, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was, when these first came out, they were, I guess if you drop them on like the perfect whatever, then it's gonna go. And I took a hammer, before I sent it in and knocked the shit out of it for a while, and I could, I put it in a vise downrange, whatever. But I never did get it to go off, and I hit it from just about every angle I could think of, probably 100 times. But when I did send it back to Sig, they put this new trigger in it. So it's like their upgraded trigger, and it does feel good. I'm not a big fan of the shape of it, but the reset's good. The pull is smooth. It does fit nicely in your hands. The mag release button here, I mean, it's like pretty damn good. Even with Glock coming out, when I a lot of times I have to, kind of like shift. You know what I mean, to hit that mag release.
Which is why I put the extensions on mine, because I used to always have to shift. So
yeah, I still have to do that with the Gen 4.
Okay.
But with this, I don't. So it's very accurate. I've put probably about 1,500 rounds to this thing, and it feels good. It shoots nice. It shoots flat. I am just as accurate with it as I am with the Glock, to be honest. What else?
Disassembly and reassembly for Cerakoting, I have to take things completely apart and then put them back together. That was easy. I've done other Sigs, many other Sigs, that are like puzzles. This thing was very simple.
Yeah, and it's got these serrations up front. It comes with those. They got like 3 different models on this, right? I think they have like a, this is like the medium, the mid-size, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Probably a standard, a compact, and a subcompact.
Yeah, yep. And this is the compact. Feels good. Balance is great. This Glock, this is a stock Glock. I think they did like a run of these where they had the serrations on the front right out of
from the manufacturer.
It's just how it came, And then they came with they finally upgraded these sights to night sights instead of, immediately having to replace them. And it also came with the extended
slide release.
Yeah, slide release. My bad. Slide release, which doesn't really matter to me because I always go gross motor skills, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is easier to hit it, you know. So, but I mean, which would you choose?
You know, I've been shooting Glocks for many, many years. The entire time we were contracting, got really, really comfortable with Glocks. Went to Glock actually and did training with them for 3 days, then did their armorer's course. So I got very, very comfortable with the Glocks themselves, but I was immediately comfortable with the Sig. So
Yeah.
I really like it. I really do. I have nothing bad to say about it. It's a good gun, and I would recommend it.
Yeah, you know, I think, I mean, whatever, I would stick with my Glock 19. That's not because it's a better gun, it's because I'm more comfortable with it. If I shot this thing as much as I shot that, I would say the same thing about this. The one thing that I do not like is the recall, you know.
That's always a concern.
Yeah, and then it happened again with the 365. There's another recall. So I have not had any problems with it. You know, it seems very reliable so far.
But we're talking about guns, and
Yeah.
they're not cheap guns. They're not super expensive, but they're pricey.
Yeah. But would you take it to combat?
I'd go with that,
Yeah.
just because that's what I know. That's what I'm used to. I can manipulate it in my sleep. But again, just like you said, if I shot that nearly as much as I shot that, I'd have no issues with that.
Yeah.
But if I had this or that right now, that's going with me.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it feels. Another thing about this is I do the double undercut on all my Glocks. I don't know if I really need to do that with this. So, you know, it does feel really damn good in your hand.
It does.
You know, so it is smooth. The upgraded triggers like that Sig put in, you know, for the recall I mean, it's solid. It's a solid piece of equipment. So, anyways, that's kind of first 1,500 rounds initial impression of Sig 320. So, don't forget to check out Don at Cerakote Nation on Instagram.
And Shawn, of course, of Vigilance Elite.
Yeah, and actually I want to talk about our sponsor right now, which is these Vigilance Elite hats. They look really good on everyone. So, except me.
I've got one.
But anyways, they're for sale on the site. Check out Don, Cerakote Nation. Check me out, Shawn Ryan 762, Vigilance Elite, and we'll see you next week.